Hey guys, Gamer Joe Coffee here. I am sitting here, I just got off work and I'm waiting for Palia to come up for the Fall Fantasy of Barnes and Briars patch. And so I figured why not review the patch notes and kind of go over with them and maybe release 2 videos in one day. That's crazy. But my other video just came out earlier this morning on the hunting tips, on how some of the tips for the different types of creatures and stuff. So, there's going to be 2 videos today, but hey, this is the patch notes for 0.195 Fall Fantasy of Barnes and Briars. This, as of this video going up, this will be live. So let's get ready. Let's jump into Palia and let's check out some animal husbandry, which I'm super excited for. So the patch notes for Fall Fantasy of Barnes and Briars are live. They always go live during the maintenance where they actually do the patch. So we're going to go over these real quick. We're going to touch on some things that we already know about and some things that they didn't mention yet that we are kind of new to, new little surprises. So, okay. So once upon a time in the land of Barnes and Briars, a new season of stories began to bloom in Palia. This patch brings animal husbandry to life with barns breeding and beloved animals galore. Build your own spooky chic cottage, help the gardener find his roots, and join in the harvest fun with county fair quests and daily rewards. Country fair. From hay bales to hair dyes, fairy tales to farm life, this patch is full of charm to usher in the softer season. So, this is a quick at-a-glance synopsis. We're going to quickly jump down to the table of contents. We're just going to dive straight into the meat. So we've got animal husbandry. So we're starting with animal husbandry. It looks like we're gonna have different skill levels. You got your different things unlocked at each level. From my understanding, there are 3 animals available now. You start with the Pecky. You get all these cookies and biscuits. You get the trufflet that you unlock. Upgrades, cookies. The Ormu. Oh no, the Bumble. Okay, so there's 4. Okay, biscuits and cookies, weekly skill challenges, cookie of the day, treat. So there's a lot of cookies and stuff that we'll probably learn what they do and get into them once we actually get into the game. But it looks like we're starting with 4 animals. You've got the chicken, the Pecky, you got the trufflet, which is the pig, you've got the Ormu, which is the cow, and you got the Bumble, which is the bee. That's how we get our various stuff from the different animals. So here it is right here, perfect. Pecky is a chicken-like animal, produces eggs daily and has a low focus limit, requiring a moderate amount of love and attention. Trufflets, a wool-covered pig that forages a variety of mushrooms and has a medium focus, but requires more attention. Ormu, a cow that produces a high volume of milk with a high focus limit, but also needs a lot of love and attention. And Bumbles, a bee that produces honey and has a low focus limit, but is okay being left alone for a while. So it seems like each animal has its own traits on how much you have to attend to it and feed it or whatever. And then on how much they produce and their focus limit. So there's only 4 right now, but they're looking to continue it. There are 3 core aspects for each animal. You have the happiness, which is feeding and petting, and it improves the speed of their production. Their happiness will gradually decay over time, so check on your animals every time you go back. Focus, how well fed they are. Focus will drain over time, and an animal that is below 25% will produce more slowly, so keep their focus above 25%. Item production, adult animals will produce specific items based on the species, each with a limit on how many they can carry. Item production is affected by the animal's overall happiness as well as how many of the same species you have. If you're over the species cap, it will slow down production of items. So there is a cap per species on how many animals you can have of a certain type. Otherwise, it does slow your production down. They begin as a baby, they go into an adult, and they become venerated. When an animal becomes venerated, they can no longer produce items or breed. At this point, you have the option to donate your animal in return for a treat bag. For your most prized animals, there's a rare treat that can allow you to reincarnate them as a baby. Dude! So you actually have to like continue to breed and regrow them because they do die off and you have to replace them. But it looks like some of your most prized animals, there's a rare treat that allows you to reincarnate them as a baby. That's super cool. Okay, so animal traits and breeding. Animals can have up to 6 traits. No 2 animals are the same. There are 100 traits to discover, some shared across all species and others unique to each type. Traits can be found as you purchase new animals, emerge randomly as they grow, or through breeding. Breeding creates opportunities for trait inheritance as well as entirely new surprises. Once an animal reaches adulthood, you can pair it with another animal of the same species. You can breed your animals in a dedicated nursery pen on the west side of your ranch. When breeding, a newborn has a chance to inherit traits from each of its parents and may also develop brand new ones. Of course, when you meet your baby for the first time, you'll have the joy of giving it a name. Babies are a lot of work, so each parent will need a little bit of time to rest before they're ready to breed again. And then there's a bunch of treats here available. So you can prevent the baby from aging with a Never Grow cookie. You can rename your animal. Feeds to remove a single trait. Gains a slight amount of happiness. Slight pal snacks. Slightly increases how quickly your animal's production bar fills a single time. Feed this to grant it a single random cosmetic trait. Allows a retired animal to become a baby again while maintaining all of its traits. That's the divine donut. So there's a bunch more to discover as you build your farm. If you complete some of the monthly bundles, you'll receive treat packs to help jumpstart your ranching experience. Of course, there's weekly skill challenges and a wide variety of accomplishments associated as well. So I did mention previously that you're going to be able to buy a license to show off your animals out in the world, but the issue is you do have to buy that from the premium store, and you have to buy it once per species. So if you buy the Pecky pack, you can show your Pecky off in the world, but you can't show off your Ormus. So if you want to show off a specific species, you do have to buy that in the premium store. Future plans, multiplayer support. Ranching will shine with share with friends. Soon you'll be able to invite them to your ranch to help care for your animals. Some players will want to choose which pens their animals go in. Also, they're going to do enhanced organization. Additional animals are going to add more animals, of course, which is awesome. You'll start seeing new animals arrive with our Fall Fantasy season of patches. I don't know if that means the patches during the fall season right now, or does it mean like over time, like year by year? In the fall, they're going to release new animals. I don't know 100%. Homeline's debut. So we got the first homeline, the Alchemist Cottage, which looks kind of cool. It's like a cool little design. So it seems like, from what I'm understanding, is these are going to be packs that they release, almost like the furniture packs, where it's a certain set of items that belong to the specific line of house design, and it's got, each one has its own specific snapping points and different decorations and stuff you can put on them. I don't know if you can mix and match. That would be kind of cool, like you do with the furniture, but we shall see. This is the first iteration of it. So you got multi-level building. You can stack rooms up to 2 levels high. Indoor stairs, ability to place stairs inside to access higher levels. So they're adding a lot more what we've already done with the weird, unique, buggy ways that Palia works sometimes, where you can kind of build stairs using wall shelves and everything. They're adding that as a feature now, where you can kind of do, custom stairs and custom walls based on the actual house building instead of having to retrofit it yourself. Ability to add functional attic spaces, which is, I've done that to mine, so that's nice. But the ability to add them through the game is really nice. Ability to hide the roof of a room to create outdoor spaces is nice. Socketable add-on points attach unique building add-ons to designated spots. So it seems like you'll see here, everything snaps to itself, and all these individual windows and all these pieces snap on to specific snap-on points, which is super cool. So it gives you a lot more customizability. Gives you a lot more stuff you can do, a lot more unique stuff. Like, see, this building here don't have a roof, and it's actually, there's a doorway here with this awning that can be used as a outdoor rooftop hangout area. So that's really cool. So you can use wall placement flooring. Counts towards your build limits. You must purchase a prefab A before purchasing prefab B base or wooden stairs. Also has a connected room limit of 10 rooms, so beware of that. Due to the fact they're a significant evolution, they do not have the ability to connect to the harvest house. So there's no interconnectivity between it and the harvest house. Furniture making level 10, it's available. We recommend you buy more base rooms than the prefabs as you build out your first cottage. You can always go back and buy more prefabs if you find yourself needing additional pieces. And they're going to evolve over time. So there's all kinds of individual pieces you'll see here that'll connect to each other, which is super cool. The next thing is really cool. We get a new friendship opportunity, which is the gardener. Once you've completed the Earth Temple, which a lot of us have, you'll get an invite to befriend the gardener. And then, of course, there's different quests with the gardener and stuff like that. After level 2, you'll allow him to live on your housing plot with you. That's why they replaced the little gardener statue with the little sprout statue, is because they're going to allow you to have that gardener statue as the actual gardener coming to visit you. So that's pretty cool. County Fair quests. These are the seasonal quest things for this patch. They have said that they're right here. Complete all the work and you'll just secure the Rancher's Decor Recipe Starter Pack, available only through the bulletin board during this patch. In the future, we plan to add this pack to return in other ways, so don't fret if you miss it. But why wait? So you can get it right now early. In the future, they'll add it. I think they said they're probably going to add it as a guild coin store item. So, okay. Daily quests and earnable cosmetics. This is really, really cool. So they're introducing 200 rotating daily quests. From now, that you can view them through the feature guide. You'll be able to reroll your daily quests with reroll credits. Completing them will reward you with Tailor Tickets. Those can be used to, currently, they can be used to buy dyes and new colors for your hair, makeup, and facial hair. They plan to explore that in the future and maybe add clothing to it, but for right now, they have all these new colors in case you want to tweak your colors on your hair, your makeup, or your facial hair. They've introduced 12 in-game brands, 12 brand colors. Across them are over 100 palettes containing more than 3,000 colors total. It's a lot of colors. All your existing save presets remain untouched. The original color options called Back to Basics are still available. So they do have a Back to Basics section that's just for all the normal stuff. And then they've added new ones for all the new stuff that they've added in, which is super cool. We do have the Rancher's Decor, which is what you get from the board once you get the recipe starter kit from the board once you complete it. So that's pretty cool. They don't really give a visual here. I'm sure we'll see once we get in game what they look like. But it's like a bunch of small outdoor decorations kind of stuff. Onion bags, apple bags, shelves, hay rolls, hay piles. Kind of outdoor hay, like rancher decorations, basically. Milk jug, green jars, fences, all kinds of stuff. Now here's the thing that I'm excited for that I didn't know was going to be a thing. There are new plushies. There are 12 new plushies. Well, 2 new plushies and 10 potato pods. New shiny versions of potato pods. Look at that. They're shiny. So there is first the Duskwing Butterfly, which is the Duskwing Butterfly. You're going to get it from the Duskwing Butterfly, so people are going to be hunting that thing. There is a much larger version of the Shark Fin plush, which is the same as the River Shark plush. Fin plush, I should say. Except it's considerably larger, which is kind of cool. I like seeing the larger one. The small one's nice if you're building like a pool or something, you want to kind of put decorations or whatever. But the large one is really, really cool too. I do like that. Okay, and then it looks like it's dropped the same drop as the regular fin. And then 10 new shiny prize pods. shiny pod prize bags. So I don't know how we're going to get these yet, but for now we know that there's 10 new potato pods. And they're shiny. They've updated the Kilima village to be more autumnal, or autumn-like. Currencies, I'm excited for this right here. Currencies now have their own home. A new currency tab has been added to the inventory menu for storing items like your skill medals, your gold, your premium currency, your magic market tickets, your essence, and your lucky essence. Infected essence will automatically convert from both your inventory and your storage into a currency and no longer take up storage space. Yes, I'm done messing around with toting around my essence. I'm glad to have that. Just put it in my currency bag. I'll deal with it when I'm ready. So that's really, really handy, really nice quality of life improvement. Plushies found in the world now come with celebratory notifications, including when you've discovered one for the first time. So now when you get a plushie, it's no longer just gonna item drop. Doop. Now it comes with the celebratory notification. So I'm guessing it'll be much bigger pop and it'll be much more attention grabbing to let you know, hey, I did just get a plushie. Because if you are working with friends, often those plushies are, if you get it, they can probably go grab it. So it's nice that these have a much bigger notification. Bundle pullback. Submitted an item but changed your mind, you'll now be able to reclaim it as long as the bundle isn't completed yet. So that's really cool. So if you haven't completed your bundle, you can reclaim your items if you change your mind. In case you turn something in and you realize, oops, didn't mean to turn that in. Okay, so they did add, this is the handler's license. They don't have an Ormu handler's license yet. Currently, they just have the Pecky, Trufflet, and Bumble handler's license for you to walk them around in town. Oh yeah, see here, Pecky. They've added a cool bunch of cool new stuff to the premium store and bug fixes. I don't know if there was any specific bug fixes that I was aware, bugs that I was aware of, that people were having an issue with, but yeah, it looks like there's a lot of different issues they fixed, but I'm not aware of any specifically that people were having. But yeah, so that looks really, really cool. I'm excited. It should be coming out any minute. We should be able to hop in the servers any minute, update your games and hop in. I'm probably going to live stream it here in a few minutes, so hop over and say hi if you will. If not, if this helped, if you like this video, please drop me a like and a subscribe. Drop me in the comments what you're most excited for, because I'm excited for a lot of this. I was really excited for the ranching because that's something I enjoyed doing in other games. But then they told me more plushies, and then they told me plushie little pop-up announcement thing, and then they told me, like, it's just like, as I read this, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, I'm super hyped. But yeah, please like, subscribe, and drop me a comment. Tell me what you're most excited about. Ooh, the Gardener's Quest. We gotta do the Gardener's Friendship too. But yeah, so I should have another video out next week. I know I dropped 2 this week, but that was a rare event. I will see you guys next week, and hopefully you guys have an amazing day and even better cup of coffee. See you guys next time.